Welcome, Gemini. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your October new moon reading. The new moon is in Libra, and it will be occurring at the end of September on the 25th. But this reading is covering roughly the first half of October. But before we get started, I want to thank all of you for liking and subscribing to my channel. All the ways that you support me are appreciated. When you like, it lets me know that you enjoy the content, and when you subscribe, it ensures that I'll be able to continue doing something I love. So thank you so much, Gemini, for that. Let's get started with your overall energy. I'm working with a new microphone, so please give me feedback if this is helpful or not. Your overall energy, Gemini, for the first half of October is meditation. In this deck, meditation is equivalent to the Hanged Man in the Rider-Waite deck. So this is a card that really formalizes the activity of pulling back from the situation that you're currently in, taking a pause, retreating in order to have a better look at what you're doing, what you're thinking, what you're saying, and the way that you're cultivating a broader perspective, a broader way of recognizing that your truths can exist among other truths, and that as you truly listen not only to others but to yourself, you're able to put together a plan, recognize the law that as you think, so shall you create. And this is you tapping into the power of your thoughts to create the reality that you desire. So this is a beautiful card of looking within for the answers and really formulating that request for support or towards something that you desire deeply, and adjusting your thoughts, your words, your behaviors, receiving inspiration about the best way to open up to new ideas. In the past, we have the Queen of Swords, we have the Four of Cups, and we have the Nymph or the Page of Cups. You are definitely working very hard in October to really cultivate and open up your perspective, to receive new truths and information that will help you to learn more, to allow inspiration to come in from sources that you might not have entertained in the past. For those of you with Gemini rising in particular, the ninth house is really highlighted, and this is the house of your superconscious. In other words, this is where you connect with your higher consciousness, your perspective, your greater potential, and where you're tapping in to the part of you that understands that you are capable and deserving of more. And so you are really listening to the conversations that you are facilitating, really hearing the perspective of others, and really applying, by detaching your emotions, really applying these new ideas and these new perspectives to the way that you're thinking about something. In part, this is a result of something you've been offered, something you've received, that you now are stepping back to adjust the ways in which you want to receive this offer of love. This is something that you've wanted, and something that has, through the process of achieving this, gaining this desire, attracting this offer to you, or making this offer, you have really opened up your heart. And this has been very challenging for you because this is a long time desire that you have gone through a lot of different ways of thinking. You once thought very differently in general when you first created this desire, you first found this attraction, and now that you are receiving an offer, it may be an apology, it may be a conversation that you're being asked to entertain, to consider the source, the possibility of this desire coming to some kind of specific fruition that has really opened you up and helped you to recognize that you feel differently now in general than you felt at the time that you first initiated this desire. So you're really stepping back, as the meditation card indicates, in order to really assess not only if you want this, how you want it, but the ways in which you can work on bringing this to fuller fruition, whatever it is at this time to you. In your present, you have the Ace of Pentacles, the Warrior of Swords, or the Knight of Swords, and the Nine of Cups. It's interesting because this offer that you are receiving, this connection, this contact, this ability, this message that you are receiving has really helped you to recognize that you are shifting, changing, and growing. And what once seemed desirable and suitable to you, you are really trying to grow what you understand this attraction to be, its potential. You're really looking at other ways, other benefits, other opportunities contained in this particular desire. It definitely bodes to a new direction, a new opportunity to build something, to create something, a new pathway to greater rewards with something you're doing. And you're really exploring, in this case, your own sense of possibilities, your own ideas. You're strategizing in a variety of scenarios, not in the way of producing anxiety, but in the way of refamiliarizing yourself with who you have grown into. This appreciation of your process of growth, this appreciation of your opening up to truths, to new information, new enlightenment, is actually giving you the most unexpected satisfaction, very unexpected, that this process where you may be putting even possibly a kibosh on a former desire, someone or something you wanted, is no longer looking so attractive. However, you're not discarding it. You're really exploring the ways in which that once was something desired and the ways in which it can still be useful or workable in your life. It is the process of really seeing that that's allowing you to not only recognize the opportunity, but being satisfied with yourself for being able to find the joy, the pleasure, to release the anxiety that this has caused you in the past. And so this Nine of Cups is you really enjoying the steps, the struggles that you've been able to overcome in recognizing and attracting this offer to you. In your future, we have the Five of Swords, the Strength card, and the Five of Cups. So interesting that, in fact, you are in a really generous place with yourself right now. You have been through a lot of difficulties. You have really hung on to this desire, this attraction, perhaps this relationship or person. It can also be a goal that you have really worked in a kind of anonymity with regards to. You have been offering support and assistance to those who are on this path, those who work in a similar area, those who share a similar desire to you. You have been there for that. You have weathered and been patient throughout the rejections, the dismissals that you have received. You've had to be strong in the gentlest way. Although you are perfectly capable of being fierce, you have recognized that the way to field the kinds of feedback that you've received in the past, the dismissals, the criticisms, the gossip, the making light of your desires, or even your success being ignored, has really helped you to review and look back at the way in which this particular desire was thwarted in the past, the way you had let go of it, you had walked away from it in the past, really understanding that they were not ready for this opportunity, that it wasn't the match that you hoped it would be. However, through your own ability to grow, to overcome hardships, to really face down difficult aspects of yourself, attitudes, emotional attachments, irrational attachments, that you have really faced, and you have worked to heal those within yourself. And so now when these conversations come to you, as they come to you again after a long period of time in which you already assumed it had ended, you had been rejected or excluded from a particular set of desires or associations, you're now recognizing that your ability, your blessing has been your strength to persevere, because you're seeing unexpected offers and results at this time. If it's nothing more than the ability to really have conversations and gain a deeper understanding of why something that you believed was for you may not work out in the way that you expected it to. But the opportunity is here for growth, for new direction, for expansion, and for abundance. I'm going to clarify the Knight of Swords in the middle of this reading with the Five of Swords, a repeat, and the Page of Wands. This is telling me that your ability to think about and receive new information, to open up to new information, has been inspired by your desire to move on. You are ready and able to move on from this very long-standing pursuit of a particular desire. And that has helped you to face and weather the similar kinds of dismissals that you may be receiving from loved ones, from peers, those that don't see your efforts, that have discounted you and written you off long ago, the gossip that you may be encountering as you revisit some of these ideas, these situations, these conversations. You are learning that not only are you not creating what you're creating, working at what you're working at in order to make others happy, but you're not allowing it to stop you. You are, however, understanding it better. You're taking the time to deeply understand why your ability to open up to new ideas, to entertain new communications, to exist with new networks is consistently perhaps met with a sense of rejection which you would have in the past internalized. At this point, you're determined to work through this because you are tired of being in the same place. with the same detractors that you may be experiencing. Among those detractors are well-meaning alliances that you are helping to educate them. As you grow, their support, their witness is helping you to explain to them what you are doing and why it is the right path for you. I'm going to finish off this reading with a botanical inspiration, and I'm working around this huge microphone, and I've pulled the honeysuckle. And the honeysuckle's key words are domestic happiness and devoted affection. And William Shakespeare said, "I will wind thee in my arms." So does the woodbine the honeysuckle gently entwist. Interesting. This is the idea of a kind of beautiful enmeshment, entwinement of the loved one and the lover is an interesting way of thinking about your ability to open up your ideas, your information, the information you're receiving, but the ways in which you again can impact not only the understanding of others, but their understanding of you. This is beautiful, Gemini. I'm going to leave it here, and as always, I thank you so much for your time. Until next time, namaste.